welcome to class. In this class, we'll be moving together through a feel-good flow for all levels. So no matter what level you're at, this class is designed to meet you where you are. Let's get started sitting comfortably. You can join me in this seat with one foot in front of the other if that feels comfortable. And also feel free to place a cushion or something underneath you to sit a little bit taller if you need that this morning. Let's rest the hands down on the thighs and just take a moment to maybe soften your eyes or close the eyes as you start to just settle into your seat. Noticing how your body feels this morning. And gently starting to deepen your breath. And when you're ready, let's bring the hands together to the center of the chest. Take a moment here to maybe set an intention for your day today. Connecting your mind and heart to anything that inspires you. Sometimes I like to think of the first word that comes to my mind, and that can be just the most intuitive word that I'd like to keep with me for this practice. And for me, the word is play. To take the seriousness out of it and to just play, to just find that bit of ease and enjoyment in our movement practice today. This can also remove any sense of heaviness or expectation. And once you've set your intention, gently open your eyes. Let's start by taking 3 deep breaths together. We're going to rest the hands down and take an inhale in through the nose. Slowly exhale out through the nose. Again, breathing in. Fully breathing out. One more. And open the eyes if they were closed. We're going to interlace the fingers and let's circle the wrists. So I'm a big fan of doing circles when I first wake up, just to open up the joints in a gentle way, in a more intuitive kind of way. And let's reverse the direction of the circles. Good, now take your fingertips to your shoulders and inhale big circles back. And start to circle forward. Now release. Let's make a tent with the left fingertips, right arm up and over into a big side stretch. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Rise up. Right fingertips make a tent, left arm up and over. Big side bend. And rise up. Again, left fingertips down, right arm up. Let's start moving with the breath. Exhale as you rise. Right fingertips down, left arm up. Good. 2 more. Now the next time the left fingertips are down, right arm is up, let's pause here. And we're going to put the palm like you're pushing something away from you and start to circle into right shoulder. For 3. Big circle for 2. And 1. Let's reverse the direction. 3. Imagine like your fingertips are touching water. 2. And 1. Good. Slowly rise up. Right fingertips down, left arm up and over. Again, flip your palm like you're pushing something away from you so the shoulder naturally comes up, and then start to circle into left shoulder for 3. 2. And the circle can be nice and small. It doesn't have to be too big. Whatever feels good. And reverse. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Slowly rising up. Now let's come on to hands and knees. So we're going to bring our knees under our hips, wrists under our shoulders, and spread the fingers nice and wide. From here, I want you to curl the toes under and start to drop the chest, open the sitting bones, and eyes can look forward or up. Exhale, untuck your toes, press tops of the feet down and round through the spine. Again, inhale. Exhale. Noticing how your spine feels here. Good. 2 more. Nice, and bring your hips back towards your heels. Let's stretch out the wrists. We're going to stretch one finger at a time. So especially first thing in the morning, it's really important to take the time to warm up through the wrists so that you're not putting too much pressure on them, and shake it out. Very nice. Now we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. I like to bring my index fingers to face the front of my mat, curl the toes, bend the knees, send the hips up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. Open your feet as wide as your mat and start to bend the left knee, bend the right knee, just alternating those knee bends. Relax your head, your jaw. Consciously softening through any tension that you're still holding on to here from your sleep or from your previous day. And when you're ready, start to tiptoe your feet to the front of your mat. Keep your feet about hip width distance. Bend your knees deeply. See if you can grab opposite elbows and just let your head hang here like a rag doll. You can sway from side to side, head super heavy. Rock the weight forward onto the toes and slowly, keeping the bend in the knees, roll up one vertebra at a time, head lifting up last. We're going to stand in our mountain pose, big toes together, hands by your sides. Take a moment to feel your feet pressing down into the floor. Collarbones widen. And imagine a light at the top of your head shining all the way up, so the spine is illuminated and long. Let's take a big inhale here. Full exhale. And let's move through our modified Sun Salutation A. We're going to circle the arms up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. You can bend the knees, head down. Inhale, halfway lift, arch the spine. You can slide your hands up your shins and bend your knees. You can stay on the fingertips, take a big step back with that left leg. Lower the back knee down, inhale to look up. Exhale, bring your palms flat, step back, plank position, and then lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Belly stays down, just hug the elbows in, bring your chest forward. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here into this down dog. If this is too intense on your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs, I want you to bend your knees and send the hips back. And feel free to also shorten your down dog. Press strongly through the index, middle finger, and thumbs. And maybe bringing your eyes to your navel point, to your belly button, to lengthen back of the neck. Good. On the next inhale, let's move the left foot to the center, lift the right leg up. Gaze forward and step it between your hands. Lower the back knee down. Inhale to look up. Exhale, step the left leg forward. Bend your knees forward, fold. Head down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, mountain pose. Second side, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands up your shins, open the chest. Bend your knees, you can stay on the fingertips. Take a big step back with the right leg. Lower the back knee down. Inhale to take your eyes up. And exhale, palms flat, step back. Plank position, lower, knees, chest, chin, 8-point vinyasa. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Hug the elbows in. Shine the chest bone forward. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a moment to breathe here, 2 full breaths. Again, bending the knees if you need to, and really focusing on getting length through the spine rather than getting an overstretch in the hamstrings or backs of the thighs. So once you're ready, let's move the right foot to the center, lift the left leg up. Gaze forward, step it between your hands, lower the back knee. You can rise onto the fingertips, look up. And exhale, right leg steps next to the left. Take your forward fold, head down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, mountain pose, empty your lungs. Beautiful. Take a moment, finding again that mountain pose, observing the movement of your breath, the sensation of your breathing. Letting go of what anything should look like or should feel like. You're exactly where you need to be. And just focusing on that in-breath, the out-breath. Your heart might be beating a little bit faster now from that one breath, one movement. Just noticing your body. Good. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Arch the spine, send your chest through the arms. Bend your knees, step back, plank position, and lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Now we're gonna lower down, open the feet as wide as our mat. And from here, you can rise onto your fingertips. What you're gonna do is slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll up, coiling the spine, and then head is the last to lower. Let's do 2 more. Trying to bring a little bit of sensation or awareness into the space between the shoulder blades. So just right here, last one. Good, and then let's pause here. We're gonna move our hands forward to the front of the mat. Now, what I want you to do is on the exhale, I want you to press the palms into the mat and drag the mat away from you as you round your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. And as you inhale, do the opposite. Drag the mat towards your hips, slide your elbows in, chest through the arms. Exhale around, push the mat away. Inhale, arch. Last one, push. And open the chest, very good. And then let's press it back into our downward facing dog. And lower the knees down. Let's open the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes can touch, bring the hips back towards the heels. Now, if your head can make it to the mat, you can lower your forehead all the way down. Otherwise, you can just stay right here, head can be lifted. Noticing your breath here. And let's take 3 slow breaths here. Soften any tension from your jaw, corners of the mouth, all the muscles around the eyes. And when you're ready, let's rise back into downward facing dog. Fingers spreading wide, curl the toes, press it back. Now walk your hands back towards your toes. Keep your feet about hip width distance or wider. Bend the knees and sit low into a chair. So here, we're gonna press the heels down, lift your toes off the mat. Imagine you have a little ball between your inner thighs and you're squeezing it. Hold for 4. Draw the bottom ribs down for 3. Keep visualizing that light at the crown of your head for 2, shining all the way up, sit lower for 1, exhale, stand up and release. Come to stand at the front of your mat. This time you can do the same thing, feet hip width distance, or bring your big toes together and come right back into the chair. Chair pose. Exhale, keep your knees bent as you slowly melt your chest towards your thighs, maybe letting the head all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, palms down, step back to plank position. And lower the knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra, open the chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and step it forward between your hands. Spin the back heel down, make your way up into warrior 1. Keep your right knee over your ankle, tracking with your second toe so the knee's not coming in or out, and then press strongly through the outer edge of your back foot. Hold for 4. With every inhale, imagine scooping your waist up out of your pelvis for 3. Wrap the bottom ribs down towards each other for 2. Maybe eyes up to that space between your hands for 1. And bend the knee, opening out into warrior 2. Shoulders down. Let's flex the palms like you're pushing 2 walls away. Tailbone down, hold. Check to see that the right heel is aligned with the back arch of your foot, like the middle of your left foot. And notice if you're overextending the lower back, I want you to lengthen the tailbone down for 2. And 1. Keep that strong bend in the right knee. Slide the left hand down the leg, reverse warrior, right arm up and over. Hold for 2. Stay with it. 1 more big breath into right side of the rib cage. For 1, and bring the hands down, step it back, turn the back toes forward, step it back, plank position, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra, open up the chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Lower the knees down. You can open the knees as wide as your mat, big toes together. Child's pose, slow down the breath. If your mind wanders off of your mat, outside of this practice, just bring your focus back to your breath. You might have to do this many, many times. It's a practice until your mind starts to learn to be here, right now. And as with any process, it's not supposed to be perfect. It takes time. So let's spread the fingers wide, curl the toes, and press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step it forward between your hands. Spin the back heel down, rising up into your warrior. If you need to make any adjustments, that's totally fine. Left heel is in line with the right heel for the warrior one. Left knee is bent, tracking with your second toe, and it's right over the ankle. Inhale the arms up once you're ready. Grounding into the left big toe, pinky toe, and heel. So you're really stable through that front foot. And feel for pressing into the outer edge of the right foot to find a little bit of lengthening through that right hip point all the way to the right heel. For 4. With every inhale, find that length, waist lifts up out of the pelvis. And feel the bottom ribs drawing down rather than being in a back bend. 4, 2. Maybe eyes up to that space between your hands, shoulders up. 4, 1. Exhale, warrior 2. So here we adjust the stance. Left heel is in line with the right middle of your foot. Bend that left knee deeply. Now here, flex your palms. Push the two walls away, shoulders down. I like to also imagine my crown of the head in line with my pelvic floor. So everything is almost in one line. And I'm not overarching my lower back. Eyes focused, breath steady. 4, 2. Face relaxed. 4, 1. Bend that left knee a little deeper. Keep it there. Slide the right hand down the leg. Reverse warrior. Take a big breath here. Full exhale. And bring the hands down. Turn the back toes forward. Step it back. Plank position. Lower the knees down. Let's take extended puppy to open up our shoulders. So option 1, you're going to keep the knees a little bit behind the hips. So you want to have kind of a slight angle. Walk the hands forward. Option 1, forehead can come down. See how this feels. If this is too easy, feel for bringing your chest down to the mat. So you are your own best teacher and you know best what your body needs today. So always taking whichever variation or expression of the pose that feels best in your body. Even the discomfort should feel like it's kind of like a good discomfort, so nothing ever too intense. Breathing into the shoulders, upper back. Good, and then when you're ready, rising up. Spread the fingers wide, curl the toes, and press it back into your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your toes and sit low back into the chair. This time we're going to come onto the tiptoes, drop the tailbone, hold for 5. Imagine that little ball between your inner thighs again and squeeze it for 4. Bottom ribs wrap down towards the pelvis for 3. See if while you're sitting low, you can also lift sides of the waist for 2. Chest back. 4, 1, exhale, stand up, heels down, and release. Very good. Now when you're ready, we're going to walk the hands forward, coming right back into down dog. Bend the knees and swing the legs out to the side. Feet about hip width distance. Grab the backs of your knees as you slowly roll your body down. Head all the way down, touch your heels with your fingertips. Take a big breath here. Relax the shoulders into the mat and exhale, hips up into the bridge. And just like the chair, we're going to ground into the heels, lift the toes off the mat. Maybe interlacing the fingers as you just slide the shoulders underneath you. Three more breaths here. Feel the glutes, hamstrings turning on. And again, I like to imagine that little ball between the inner thighs and give it a squeeze. 4, 2. And 1. Lower all the way down. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's take a nice easy twist. Knees over to the left. Look over the right shoulder. Relax any tension from the shoulders, the eyes, the face. And back to the center. Bring your knees over to the right. Look over the left shoulder. Notice if your right shoulder is tense, let it be soft, relaxed. And back to the center. Hug the knees into the chest one last time, giving yourself a hug, a moment of gratitude, of appreciation for the body, for everything it does for you every day. And roll yourself to one side. Bring your palms to the center of the chest, and let's take a moment here to notice how your body feels in this moment. Know that you can keep this energy with you throughout the rest of your day, carrying it with you. And you can connect back to the intention if you set one in the beginning of the class, also keeping that with you to return to any time that you want. Just taking this moment to thank yourself and honor the teacher within yourself. Thank you so much for joining today, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.